Today's topic is one of my favorites. That is, who are you? This might not be that much deep for some people, but if you are someone who is trying to explore more about your life, more about what maybe in future, maybe why was everything like that in your past, getting used to yourself, your personalized decision making process, or actually understanding yourself better so that you can know about yourself and your strengths, your weaknesses, and this might help you to actually find the best way of life for you by understanding your decisions, that which decisions you should take and why you should take. Okay, this video is for you if you are like this. If you want to hear about me, then you know, up to a time I was confused that what should I do? Why should I do it like this or that? And that situation made me realize that I actually need to understand myself, understand the differences between others and me, and explore more and more about myself. And it's an never ending process, but this, whenever it started, it will make you clear that which direction should you head your life to and what type of decisions should you take. I will not suggest you any type of decisions here right now, but I will help you to understand yourself better. That who are you? So, our topic for today is who are you? Now, the easiest solution by which we can start is that you are made up of your past and your parents, your guardians, your family, and your friends. Or, in short words, you are made up of your past and your surrounding people or environment. That's it. If you could guess whatever the thing inside these sentences are, then you are done over right here. But if you want to know more and you want to hear about my personal experiences based on these things, just be with me. Now, the sentence says you are made up by your past. This took me actually a significant amount of time to understand that whatever you do or whatever you think is actually programmed within you or your brain from since your childhood. Okay, since your childhood the programming begins. If you could try to understand the situation what I'm talking about, you can just think about something and try to explore, not maybe right now, but maybe in a very alone time, so that you can actually understand that most of the decisions you have took are actually based upon what you have taught, what you have been taught by your environment or surrounding people, that is your parents, your school, right? And you will understand that your past is actually has a very significant role on your life. And that's why you need to understand your past very deeply. Many of us may not have the best or the happiest past, but it's important for you because you know, in some situations, good things might not teach you well, but harsh things or things that might harm your future might actually teach you more than the good things. That is, failing in a failing in a subject might taught you more about your weaknesses or about your strengths or your abilities than actually doing great in all subjects, right? You can understand this, right? Suppose there are two children. The first one does everything greatly, and the second one does just the science based subjects. Then, can you tell me that the child who can actually do everything, what should he pursue in the future? In which direction can he go? Because he can do everything. And the more the options available, the more the confusions are created. But you can easily say the child who is actually good in the science based subjects, he can actually pursue something related to science. And the more he explores about the subjects, he can actually either be interested more in physics. So he can actually say that yes, I'm interested in physics and I will go towards that. So this is the way that he can actually decide, right? So the more the confusions there are, the more you have to waste your time. And that is why harsh thing might taught you good things that you have not realized yet. But I have realized that actually tough situations actually help me more than good situations, because in good situations you don't have that much stability to actually think more deeply on everything. But in hard situations you actually think about what should I do now, right? And that experience is actually very good for long run. It makes you realize many things that uh, few people don't get actually a chance to, maybe throughout their life. So be respectful for whatever you are gifted with, that is good things, bad things, especially, you know. Just don't try to get attracted to any particular thing. Let the things happen to you. Okay. So here we are actually trying to discover what ourselves more, and this is what the past is. You need to be understand your past more and more. That why did that happened at that time, and what did I have learned, or what that decision made me do that led me or have benefited me or have not benefited me in this type of situations. Or you might say that that decision has led me now in this situation. So understanding the past is actually good, because you can actually know that does it had a good impact on you and the others, or does it had a better or good impact or bad of, come on, you just need to understand that things like impacting yourself and your environment in a good way or a bad way or harming way. And this is what the past is. Past, or actually human life, actually cycles itself, you know, it actually cycles. If you actually are an extrovert and you are actually interested in people's life, try to discover more and more people's life, and you will actually see some of their lives are actually in a great loop that they don't understand, but they are thinking that it's actually straight, but it's actually a loop. And being a loop, it's very easy to predict your future so that you can actually create diversions or delay the loop or actually manipulate the loop. So it is important to understand your past. It's actually a vast thing, but and it will take a lot of time. But if you like me, you will discover it over the time, and you will be amazed to see human life is actually predictable a bit and very much controllable. That is, many of us actually think that what should I do, or how can be this possible, or how can I achieve that. The solution is very simple: understand your life, understand your future, understand your past, gather your strengths, remember your weaknesses, discover your abilities, and just go the all way. Okay, apply everything you have, and you will see that things are actually changing, because the theory I believe of energy theory, the more you put your energy in the efficient way to something, the more efficiently it will return to you. And this is a loop. If you are not actually that much efficient, you will end up in a loop that you might not like. But if you work hard, you are dedicated to yourself, and you try very hard to actually escape the loop, then you will actually end up in a different loop where you have put all your energy to something, and it will actually result you in a very big amount of your results that you are searching for. So this was all about past, and I don't want to get more and more and more and more and too much time just with a single thing. So understand your past, understand everything what happened to yourself and to your family or friends, because the people you are with, the things you have taught, the things you have been taught from your childhood, everything has an impact in your life. And this is what makes you. Now, this is what you are up to now. Okay, so you are made up your past by your past, and this is you in the present. Okay. But this will not be constant throughout your rest of the life, right? The future will impact you, right? And it will influence that how you will take the things and how you will decide, right? So there is a other part of your life that we need to discover and which will make you you. Now, next thing is discovering and applying your knowledge. Up to now, you know what your strengths are, weaknesses are, abilities are, what you like, what you don't like, what you can and what you want, right? Or maybe you don't know what you want or what you like, but you know most of what you can do the best. So try to do everything you can according to your situation. If you are a young man like me, you can actually try and do everything you can, right? But if you have dependents on you, like your family, if you have children, then it might affect your decisions, but you can accordingly choose to try new things that might not harm you or your life or your family. So, what was I am talking about? Yes, action. The future. Okay, how can you decide your future? You can't decide your future 100%, but you can know in which direction you can head to. Suppose in the previous example of the two children, I have told you the more the options available, the more confusion is created. So, if the child who can excel in every subject, he gets confused when he grows up, that in which direction should I go, right? Suppose there are many subjects he can pursue, but in which direction should he go? This is a very big problem. This will take him a lot of time and effort to understand if he does, if he wants to do it effectively, you know, because many of us just think that we need money in our life, so we actually pursue them who have actually uh, did things years back. Suppose uh, when I was actually pursuing my civil engineering, people told me actually to do mechanical engineering, and that might have a point, but I didn't listen to them because I don't care. So the decision that took me to actually pursue civil engineering was very simple. That I like a bit of concrete and RCC, and the subjects was a bit satisfying. Just that's it. So that took me to a different way of life, and I don't regret it. Now, having too much of options will actually require you to put everything into action. If you have many things to explore, try to explore, because after you actually give your best effort to everything, you will actually discover your feelings over time. Suppose you can actually say that, oh, I regret putting time on this thing. Then this was very hard according to the knowledge required or knowledge I have. Then this was very easy and common thing. I don't want to waste my time in those things. Then you will end up with some very interesting and very good options. And spending more time with those things will end up you in a great way. So actually I think that I'm actually making the point very complicated. Okay. So the point which I was trying you to understand is, if you understand yourself by understanding your past, you know how you can react to situations or your decisions. Then applying everything you learned from your past in the present will actually make you yourself. This is it. And this will require you to put more and more effort to whatever you have interest on or have learned in your past or you can do, right? Because if you don't try new things, if you don't try new things, you can't explore the ways you can actually get exposed to newer things. If you don't try, how can you just explore, right? So after a time, the things which are new to yourself right now will be your past, and they will actually affect your decisions or your life in a different way. Giving you an example, if you are in a business, if you are involved in a business, you know, the first 3 to 5 years are very actually hard working. It requires very hard working. Then it actually accelerates. If you have worked hard efficiently, it will start giving you results. And after a period of time, you don't have to think about it, you know. And this is what I was trying you to understand, that you have tried a new thing, then it becomes your past, and it will help you to decide new things. And this is the cycle of life. Many cycles, single life. The way you handle those cycles, the way they will affect your life. And this is what you are. You are just your past, and your past can be created. This is how you can predict your future. If you want an example, just 1 minute of example is needed. If you have born in a jungle without any modern medical facilities or without any modern society, you and your mother just, or if you actually born and you just see no one, not your mother, not your father, just you, life is completely different. How can you imagine of, right? But if you born in your this society, just imagine you are just made up of your past and your environment. Things actually impact, right? You understood that how being a Tarzan and being a normal social human will actually affect your life. So, this is it. This is you. You are not a constant numeric value. You are developing value. You are variable. And this variable will depend upon your abilities to pursue new things. But always analyze the risks and your capacity to handle the risks. That's it. That's it for now or for this video. Bye bye.